Great. So I don't know how many guests are there. So formally, we all like everybody from DIC would like to thanks everybody for joining. So we are all stakeholders, and we call it volunteers normally in other life, other world, but we called it stakeholders because we are giving our sweat, time, energy to this initiative that we started in 2018. And as I told you, we have Siddesh from Dell, who was, he did his master's program from NCI, and we have Rahul from UCD. Very much he's working in client, solutions. And now Pooja will be coordinating for the events, and I will just taking this agenda. And our, Priya is there. He's quite experienced professional. He's doing his master's in data sciences from NCI, and he'll be taking this event in introduction, and we'll request everybody to open their videos first of all, and we'll give opportunity everybody to speak up and give their questions in the chat. Feel free to speak up, write your questions in the chat. But now I'm giving to where is this our guy Priya? Can you see the screen? Are you
Yeah,
audible?
yes, Amit,
Sure.
yes.
So now oh, Priya, your name is coming something different.
Yeah, my name, I am in a different account now, Jain. So that's
No
fine,
problem.
yeah. That's
No
okay.
problem. No problem. Don't worry. So let Priya, take this ahead. Most of the time, I think let me present. So it's a bit sort of housekeeping which I was doing. Now, Priya, please take over, and I'll try to
Yeah,
slide sharing so you can straight up. I think
yeah.
come here, Ankit. Ankit, can everybody see Ankit also?
Hi everyone. Good evening, like good afternoon and good morning, good evening. I don't know, like people are in different locations also now joined for this team. And then thanks everyone for whoever joined to this session today. And it's going to be very helpful and fruitful session. And that we have guest speakers from different organizations they are working in. So today's agenda we are going to like go for this one. We can see like first of all, about disk, what is disk about? We'll say about what is disk, and then we'll go for event introduction and benefits. So about disk, like okay, yeah. So about disk, as like Amit already explained about this, and then event introduction and benefits also. And then during this our once whenever we are going ahead for the session, and then guest speakers are speaking, that time maybe we'll request everyone to keep the mic mute, but your video can be on. Okay, and then yeah, and then we'll go for like what 30 minutes of just guest speaker to talk about, and then we'll go for a quick question answer session. Okay, yeah, Amit, next.
Sure.
Yeah,
So I'll request everybody for the housekeeping. Please open your videos as I requested, and meanwhile we are talking and guest speaker we are interacting. We can keep our voice mute so we have good recording and we have good interaction. And we want to be very genuine, authentic, no hanky panky things or no wrong questions or right answers. Every question is welcome. We are looking for every sort of small questions because primarily, as we understand, our people who are joining us who has faith in DISC community. They are looking for how we can get network, how we can get job references, what is the right guidance, what are the colleges we can do, how we can make ourselves success in our college life and our job search. So I think these are the people what we understand from our last 3 months of journey of these events, and we are ready to give your feedback and surveys. I think on feedback chat. Medvin, can you share that feedback in the link on the chat?
Yeah, I will put that
Okay,
in a
that
few
yeah.
minutes. Okay.
Please
Yeah.
see the chat part. In the chat, you will have one feedback link. We'll appreciate everybody to give a feedback because it helps us to improve our events and to make it better in terms of presentation, in terms of contents, in terms of speaker. So everything we are trying to improve. So now, Priya, you can start, and I want you to explain how DISC and what is your thoughts on this, right?
yeah. So as we yeah guys, so as like we are trying to explain about what is disk nothing but we are just asking for the short form of Dublin Indian students community. So here we are just trying to help out all like Indian students whoever like presently in Dublin, or like whoever maybe people are going to start in the September intake, and then whoever already completed their course or whoever already doing their course. So it is like it's a community to helping each other to grow more. Okay, so our story, like we have started this community in the year of 2018 September with just only 5 Indian students from the various island Ireland universities. Okay, and then our like challenges related to studies, accommodation. Finding accommodation is very difficult, you know, in Ireland, specifically in Dublin nowadays. And the part-time jobs, like how to find the part-time jobs, and most importantly networking and guidance, you know, like to get a job here in Ireland, in Dublin, we have to build our network more and more. So that is through like what, you know, attending sessions, or like through LinkedIn, or to talking people, or like we have to sell ourselves basically. So that's what we are going to like help each other to grow more. So the aim of our like what, you know, community is to connecting Indian students across Ireland, enhancing possibilities for students learning and growing their collaboration and relationship among the students, and then getting the better growth in the companies. Yeah, Amit, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the growth journey primarily, you know. So we started with WhatsApp group, and currently we are growing in terms of members and followers. So pretty much some of the stakeholders like Ankit is one there, I am there, and we have Medvin also, and two more people that we started. But so I think that's the journey. Yes, Priya, I get into the mode of, you know, telling, but I want you to take it ahead, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, actually we have created a WhatsApp group for this community, and that WhatsApp group is created in the year of 2018. Okay, and then slowly that time just we started with very few, and then in 2019 our the grow community we targeted to join for 0 to 1000, and then in 2020 it's again increased for 1000 to 3000. In 2021 it's almost like 6000 members approximately. So we are like trying to again what, you know, join, like whenever we are joining for in LinkedIn or following us through LinkedIn, then we'll have more students. Let's say for example now currently we are like 6,000 members are there in that. So whenever we are following us, we'll be getting the information about 6,000 students, and you'll be getting the help from 6,000 students whenever you are building your what, you know, networking here in LinkedIn. Okay, so Dublin Indian students community, the objectives are like building and promoting the talent marketplace, skilled professionals, supporting Irish companies. So basically, like we are here to support the Irish market and build our own professional career. Let's say, for example, we are doing the networking, and then through the networking, we will be come to know where the job opportunities are there, so that we can apply and grow our job opportunities. And then that job opportunity, whenever we are searching and getting a job, that is what is finally we are supporting the Irish market as per our international students. Okay, and okay, so we are like here as a like community. Yeah,
Yeah.
go to
Yeah,
next.
yeah. If you missed, you can just, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so we are like connecting the Ireland students and professionals here. Basically, like whoever are joining, like we are getting the guest speakers from Ireland. They are already professional. They are already working in Ireland, and they are already have the Irish experience, and they knows how about the Irish market. So as we are the students and we are the job seekers, or maybe we are also doing some part-time job, or we are doing some different job, and we everybody, like nobody is happy their current job that I'm saying. Like everybody want to grow their job. So in that case, we can grow the network and then grow ourselves. Okay, and then here like by volunteering, let's say for example, how we'll build our network, like to get something we have to give something, and we are not getting simply nothing, right? Whenever we are giving something, that time we'll get something. To giving something, how? Like we are building our community through volunteering activity. Let's say for example, whenever we are doing volunteering, and then we are like, people will come to know. How people will come to know? When you will come to the market, and when we will try to sell ourselves, when we have to showcase yourself, right? That's what how we'll do. We'll doing by doing the volunteering activities. Okay.
So
And
now
then,
coming to this today agenda, that's a big background, sort of quick snapshot from me and Priya. Thanks, Priya, for on that.
yeah.
So that's our agenda. Why we started? Because it started with the problem. You know, we identified the problem. We had our meeting. I'll just a quick snapshot how, you know, why Rahul and, you know, Siddesh as part of it. We find problems, you know, in the industry, that they are not able to connect the professionals and the opportunities that are there. The students who are looking for job, or people who are, you know, students who are already on stamp 1G, or even they want to change their job when they are on stamp 1G. So that's the problem area we trying to identify, you know, and find a solution in terms of networking events which can give you a real insights how these people, you know, approach the job, approach their learning. So that's how it started. So as you know, our guest speakers for this, you know, approach primarily are working professional, past students, and We are excited to have our guests who are current and future students, and presently those also who are looking for job. They are no more students, but they are looking for jobs, or even they are looking for new jobs in terms of better opportunity. So that's the target audience. We want to take it as a solution approach and solving some problems. So these are the some of the areas we'll discussing and talking. We are very open and very transparent, and this is the broad lines we'll be discussing. And now Pooja will take over, and she will start discussing some of the areas. These are broad guidelines. We want you to share your questions if there is something out of these areas, because this is.
Yeah.
So I will now stop
Thank you,
sharing.
Amit.
Yeah, stop sharing my screen, and I think that's it. I have to just stop here. And I'll look at the Pooja. You can start introduction with Rahul, and we will catch up now on the discussion, right? So stop sharing screen is here. Where is that? Here.
All right.
Okay,
So
good.
thank you,
Now
Sudesh
I
and
can see
Rahul, for
you people.
joining in.
Pooja, your voice is little bit low, right? Can you just check your microphones?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Just check your batteries also. We are on that laptop sometimes get chargers out of power, and then we are trying to see, oh, only 5 minutes left, 10 minutes sort of left. So guys, please open your videos. Feel free. We are all Indians, and feel free to show your faces and talk. And I'm very much encouraging everybody. And now Pooja, you can start. We can see Rahul very much. Yes, Rahul is there. Siddesh, yes, yes, guys. Over to you, Pooja. I'll be coordinating with you, and Ankit and also Madhvin is there. Yeah,
Thank you, Amit. Is my voice audible now?
yeah, everything is good. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. So thank you, Sudesh, and thank you, Rahul, for joining in today. So Sudesh is from National College of Ireland, the same college that I am in. So thank you, Sudesh. And Rahul, thank you. So he's from UCD, and he's working as a ServiceNow consultant in client solutions. So thank you, Rahul, for joining in. And I think you can provide some insights on how you went with the job and how you how you went about with searching the job. So there are a few questions that I would like to ask.
Yeah, I
So
think first let's Rahul have a quick introduction
Introduction.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure, sure.
so don't worry
Thank.
about that. Miss the
Yeah, yeah,
sequence.
sure, sure.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so
Pooja,
let's have a
and
quick introduction so everybody knows who is Rahul Jain and why he's there.
yeah,
Thanks everybody for joining the discussion. Yes, Rahul, to you.
yeah. Thanks, Pooja, and thanks, Amit, for inviting me to this event. So, starting about myself, like I'm Rahul Anil Jain. I did my masters in University College Dublin. I am like passed out from last year, 2020. So that batch was like scary batch because during that time we had COVID, and due to COVID we went met in like we were having lectures till March, but after March the lectures were all to online. So that was the scary batch, and during that time only the job market was little bit going slow down. So finding a job during that period was something very difficult. It took a lot of courage and lot of struggle to find a proper job. So starting like I did my masters in information systems, and I was having like prior 2 years and 6 months experience back in India in Capgemini. So I was working as an application support engineer. So finding a job in a similar field requires some experience here. So if you have an experience, so it the job process becomes quite easy as compared to the freshers. Why? Because in experience roles, the questions are slightly different, the interview process is slightly different, so that's need to be taken care of. So immediately after our masters, like once we completed our thesis, we started finding jobs in experience roles also and in graduate role also, although the graduate role start a year before that when we join our masters. But we need to find at least one job because during that time it was very difficult to find or secure one at least one job during COVID times. So I started like connecting through LinkedIn, and everyone I started connecting through Indian families and Indian guys who are working in the big four companies and various IT companies. I started connecting through them in the LinkedIn. I asked them like, this is my profile, this is my experience. Shall I be eligible to complete this job, or shall I be eligible to have this job on my page? So that's how I started for searching for jobs. And finally, this year in March, I got a job in client solution through reference only, that too from Indian reference only. So how did I approach them on LinkedIn? Was that just normally hi and hello? She was not known to me, or either I was not known to her. So I just approach her. I just had a normal conversation. I told her that this is my profile. I am like in service now from past 2 years and 6 months. So is it a good profile, or can you share my profile with the manager or whoever is there in the recruiting team? So in that way it got all connected. I immediately got an phone call from the HR, and the interview was been scheduled immediately after 4 or 5 days, and that's how I cracked the job in client solution. So referencing is the main thing here in Ireland. It's not that you can get a job just by applying. And there is one more thing, that we apply for like 250 or 260 jobs here, but it never happens that you will get interview from all 250 companies. So that's the one point that I need to mention, that. And rejections are the part of this game. You don't need to worry about the rejections, because you will get each and every day a new rejection. So that doesn't means that you need to get demotivated and stop applying for jobs. The consistency is the key here. You need to apply jobs on each daily basis, one or two. Once you apply that, you will get more and more calls, and you will understand what your mistake is and what you're going wrong with. So in that way you need to apply, and you need to keep on applying jobs. That's the only thing which I can tell you.
Yeah, Rahul, we'll take the small pieces and this. Thanks for all overview. I think we'll like Siddesh also to open his mic and introduce a bit. So his journey and how he landed up in job and just a small snapshot, you know. And I think then Pooja will build up on the questions, and me also, I'll bring up some points and we'll try to coordinate, you know, have a. Yes, welcome Siddesh.
Yeah, sure thing. First thing, thanks for having me here, Pooja and Amit. So to start with, I came to Dublin 2 years back. I was part of NCI, and then I took cyber course there. Before coming to Ireland, I had past experience of over 5 years, roughly 5, 6 years, I believe. Then I used to work for KPMG and then Cognizant back in India. When I came here, it was the same thing. Luckily, we had a chance to go visit the college. I don't think much students have that now. We are lucky ones, but only for the first half of the year, as Rahul mentioned. Till until March is when we were supposed to go to college, and then everything got shut down, and then COVID, havoc, everything was all over the place. I was one of the lucky guy who got the job during that time. As he mentioned, cracking a job interview during the COVID times is critical, and then you might require additional skill set and all the stuff. So yeah, I started working here last September. So roughly now it's been 14 months. I have the Irish experience. That's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Thank you, Sudesh. Thank you for sharing the piece of information. And I think I will dive in with some more detailed questions. So I think the audience can learn from your experience. So Sudesh, can you tell me how did the course help you to land your job? How did it contribute to you finding a job?
Yeah, here first thing is the course module, right? We all know they won't teach much, but what we need to do is based on the PPTs what lecturers give you, you'll have to go home and then do your homework, sit back, go to libraries, do some studies. It's more of a practical work what you should be doing rather than reading through. And then here what they teach in the colleges as well. There are cutting edge technologies and then everything new in the market. For freshers, the culture in India is quite different compared to the culture in Dublin or Ireland outside India, right? So here the teaching methodology is quite different, and then not many people easily adopted to this teaching environment. So what you need to do is focus more on the practical work, and then go online, and then get connected on LinkedIn with the people who are working, and then try relating your studies with the industrial work what's happening. So that's what I used to do. For example, cloud is one thing. In India, hardly now I think most of them are into cloud, but early days when I started working, there was not much into cloud, but cloud is booming, and then that they teach here as well. So when you connect to the industry, but people who are working in industry, they're working on Azure, IBM. Here in Europe, it's AWS and Azure, right? So now what you do is like, you sidetrack a little bit and then focus on what certification you should be doing in Azure or, AWS. So that's how, you streamline your course and then the industry. You just have to interlink between your course module and then the industries. So that's one piece of it, I would say.
Yeah, and I think that would also help like generating the job lead and references when you network over the LinkedIn. So
Correct.
I think, yeah, just the course will not be like sufficient enough. You need to have the networking and then references. So I
Yeah,
think, yeah, that's a great help.
that's right. And the other thing is like, most companies, you'll have to focus on this education as well, because most companies look for 1:1, grade. When you have 1:1, you put that thing in your CV, you can highlight that stuff. You have 70%, you have 1:1, and then consultants look at that and you are being prioritized rather than the other people. So you will be getting more opportunities and then more job leads. That's the highlight.
Yeah, talking about like 1:1, I guess for every role there is some particular requirement. The minimum requirement is like 2:1. 1:1 is good to have because that makes you little bit more upper side. But every freshers or everyone who is like currently joining, they should have at least 2.1 so that they can at least secure a graduate roles or some other roles.
Great.
Yeah. And how much you can say like the networking helped you to land a job? For Sudesh, you and Rahul, as you said, like it was through networking. So I think, yeah.
Yeah, and even that, how you did that networking that time, because we are trying to create officially networking, So we'll both, anyone can take it. That's a good question, I think, Pooja. I think, yes, please.
Yeah, I can take that thing because when we were there, networking was happening. I mean, there were live events happening. You can go physically visit the events and then connect to people. So few items which I want to highlight here is like, Grad Island program is one big event which happens where a lot of companies come here and then they advertise about their company. You go there, look at the companies. You might not even have heard of those companies as well. So start noting down those companies, go to their career pages, look for employees who are working there in such companies. And then apart from that, there is a website called meetup.com, which I would suggest most students to go sign up and then look at the events which are available. And then you have to go and then attend those events, not just signing up will do the job. We'll have to create alerts. And then as and when there is an event on cloud or any technical stuff which you're interested or for finance, MBA, anything as such, you go attend whether it's an online event or even if it's an offline event. That's one thing. And then over here we have another app called Eventbrite as well. Eventbrite app, uh, it has everything: art, music, and then ticket, DJ shows and parties, everything like that. You have the technical events as well under Eventbrite. That's another app which I want you to keep your eyes on.
Yeah.
And then apart from that, rest is your housekeeping stuff, right? You have seniors from your college, interact with them. You have people from India. You have Amit. So
Oh, I know. Save me.
that's how link, you build up your connection.
Yeah, that's, yeah. And with the like COVID times, like for students who are going to college, they won't be getting a chance to connect and like make connections. So I think, yeah, these kind of places are a great like opportunity to have like build connections.
Correct. And then you have your own classmates as well, right? Obviously will have your WhatsApp group and then try meeting once in bi-weekly or once a month. When you meet each other, everybody will have something to share. Someone will say, I'm working in Gala. Someone will say, I'm working in Spark. I met a guy who works in Facebook. I met a guy who works in somewhere. So that's how you build that work. It's all, what do you say? It's all the word which gets exchanged and then, you build connection.
And there is no shame to like put a connection request to anyone on LinkedIn, because I literally send everyone request, whether it's a recruiter from Facebook, whether it's a recruiter from Amazon. So there was no shame, they openly accept you. there is no harm. Like if you are sending a request on your behalf, so they will not accept it, or they will just reject it. So it's not an shame. You can openly like give them a connection request, and you can just have a conversation with them on the LinkedIn message that, hi, this is Rahul and I am from this XYZ organization. I am like currently pursuing my masters, and this is my profile. So is it a right like to for this job particularly? So you can always have a start to conversation with them just by saying an hello, or just by saying how, means if you can talk about the Ireland, like how the weather is, just for a formal conversation. That's how you build up the conversation with the recruiters or with the any other people from different organization.
Great. So I think just on this contrary, I'll add to the point and building up ahead, Pooja will take it. So do you think the initiatives that we are starting in 2021 due to the COVID, these events which are trying to connect professionals and students, what are your thoughts, Rahul and Siddesh, and even Pooja? I would like to ask at least, and do you think in short, will this help, and how it can help? What are your thoughts on that? Because we want to have a quality feedback from you people also.
Definitely, like it is a like great step towards building networking. And like with the for me, like I came during the COVID times, I was having just the online classes. So like just the classmates, like being with them online and never knowing just the name we know. So yeah, I think this is a great way to build like professional connections and establish yourself, getting established in Ireland, get landing a job, and then for many people, like finding internships and these kind of jobs is like it's a really good opportunity.
Okay. And what are your thoughts, Siddesh and Rahul? We'd like to have this because in COVID times now, things had got into hybrid ways. So what are your thoughts on these events? Do they helpful for the professionals also, for you guys and for the upcoming students and present students? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I would say it's a good thing because this is one among the first initiative where it has been taken for to make to help the students from the students. I would say so. It's a great initiative because there is no other group within my knowledge. So this will definitely be a platform for the students who are coming now, and then these students might become speakers down the lane as well. So that will be a great platform, I would say.
Any thoughts, Rahul? You?
Definitely, this will help a lot of students who are like just coming into Ireland, or just they are starting their course. Of course, they will. It will help us a lot, and definitely with the experience of Siddesh and myself, and with experience from your side also, Amit. So that they will definitely help many students who are like just landing, and they are just in a search like how to find job, or how to find even a part-time jobs will be definitely help for them, because through part-time jobs, as Siddesh told, we can make connections through, because there are many customers who are coming there, and they are picking up, and they will just share their story that I have been working Facebook, so what's about you, are you from India, or what did you do? So in that way you can have a conversation. And this, with this event, with many students, like almost like 30 or 40 students which are already present here, so they can have a great help from this particular initiative. And also with you starting a WhatsApp group, so even if people get scared to have a one-to-one conversation video call, they can always share their WhatsApp number, or they can always send their WhatsApp DMs that I am having a problem in this, how to do that, how to do that. So even we can have that, or we can help them through WhatsApp.
Sure. Yeah, I think Pooja, you can take other questions. And guys, here how we have divided the questions in two categories. One is regarding to your course and university, and the other is regarding your industry and job search. For example, I'll ask Siddesh, and I'll put it detailing out to Pooja. How you approach your job search, right? That might be a broad question. I think Pooja can deep dive.
So I can go with the industry and job search question. So, like, we would like to know what all are the like certifications, or we can say like the skills or the projects that helped you in landing your job, and where we can get the certifications. What kind of certifications are really like useful?
Yeah, I mean, from the certification side, it's a very broad question, I would say. So it purely depends on which stream your your studies are, and which stream you have experience in. For example, someone with a testing experience, they may have to go for ISQTB certification. For someone who are into cyber, they may have to go to OSCP, CH or CompTIA certification. Someone with information system, they may have to go for a CCNA, CCNP, things as such. So again, it's the same for the masters in finance or MBA students as well.
But
So
Siddesh, I'm bringing point to yours. You are into cybersecurity role, right? What I understand.
that's
So
right.
specific to you, for example, I am also mimicking you. I want to go into the same line, right? So
Right.
what suggestions you give or what certifications you have done, right? So those people can think on the same lines, right? And they can have a visualization. They are useful. They are not useful. Don't invest your time, money there. So what do you think from your experience? What certification in your particular domain or designation can help others and that helped you, right? That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
little bit focus on the question.
Sure, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Talking about just about cyber, right? So we have something called Certified Ethical Hacker Certification. That's a basic certification which will help the freshers, I would say, who are applying for grad roles. And then for the people who have 2 or 3 years of experience, they will have to go for OSCP. OSCP is a good certificate which I'm pursuing now as well. That's Offensive Certified Security Professional. That's 24-hour exam, where you will be given for 24 hours to solve 5 virtual machines and things such as. And apart from that, there are certifications such as Azure Security Engineer. This is There are companies such as Context. They purely deal with Microsoft services, and then they provide services for the companies who work on Microsoft or Azure environment. So Azure Security Engineer is another good certification which will make you stand out among the crowd. These are the 3 items. And then if you're stuck, like what should I do? Should I have to take up the certification now, or you can spend some time on solving? There are free websites such as Hack the Box and all. Try Hack Me. You can try spending time there, and then you can get free certificates there as well. And then it's not just about having certificate. You'll have to advertise yourself as well.
Yeah.
So you'll have to start posting on LinkedIn. Recruiters
Yes.
look at your post, and then they send you connection request. The game will change. Instead of you sending connection request, recruiters will start sending you connection requests, and they will come up with a job opportunity. This is how I took my path.
Yeah. And Raul, your thoughts in your domain. You can tell
Uh,
your domain and
yeah.
specific. So
So like I'm currently working in ServiceNow as an technical consultant. So starting with certification, definitely like when I look at the job description, so there is a particular requirement that they require this particular certificate, and we don't know whether we need to do this certification or not, but with that certification it will add more value to your CV or more value to your skills. So definitely we need to do that certification first. So when I was applying for the job for this particular role, so when I see that I need a required certification which is called CSA, which is like complete system administrator of ServiceNow platform, so I did that certification first, and then after that I started applying jobs. So that adds more value to my profile, or that adds more value to my experience, because I have that one requirement, which is the certification, which is requirement from the company. So if you did that, so definitely it will help you to secure a job. Like more like 50 or 60% your job is secure already because you have the certification. And starting about like which certification needs to do, like if you're coming from a software engineering background, so definitely if you want to work in Java, so for Java there is one certification which is called OCPAJ, like it's like Oracle Certify something, I don't know the full form. Because previously I was there in Java domain, but I switched my domain to ServiceNow because it's moved into the technical management now. So in that particular sense, we need to do certification. Definitely back in India, certification was not having that much value, but coming here in Ireland, I understood that the certification have lot much value, because here people mainly deals with clients, and to take a project from clients, they will definitely want their employers that this employer should have someone which is certified in particular domain. So definitely a certification adds value to your profile.
yes, Pooja.
Yeah. Uh, yeah.
And guys, keep your videos on. Don't worry about that. We have only 6, 7 videos. Don't be shy. I'm again trying to push you guys. Yeah, Pooja, carry on.
Yeah. So, Siddesh and Rahul, can you also please elaborate on your job search strategy, like how you went about finding the job? What all like things you followed on LinkedIn, then the certifications, of course, that you talked about. and like how you followed up with the recruiters, if you can give an insight on that.
Uh, if Siddesh can start because he's.
No worries.
Yes,
Anybody can
Sudesh,
pick
go
up.
ahead.
We want to have a quick
Yes.
approach. Yeah, your
Uh,
strategy for cracking Dell.
Yeah, so what I would suggest is like, what I did, I started noting down the companies which are in Ireland in my domain who works for cyber, right? So I made a list of these companies and then I went to their careers page and then I started applying, it's just publishing my CV on their portal like that. So I applied there on the jobs which are available. That's one way. And then what I used to do is like, I used to be active on LinkedIn. I created job alert for particular like cyber security engineer, information security engineer, application security engineer. So for these keywords, I created job alerts. And then these job alerts, I created an alert so that I can get an email every day, not just a notification. So as and when I get an email like these many jobs are available, I go and then I apply. I stop all my work and then I apply for the job then and there because the priority comes for the first applicants and then the job might get closed for the first 100 applicants or first 500 applicants. If you don't if you delay in applying for a job, you might not be eligible to for the just to apply itself. And another important thing what I did is like I generated alerts not just for Ireland. I generated alerts for all over Europe, and then I started getting calls throughout the Europe. I mean, I know visa is another requirement, but again, it will be a yes or no from them. There is no harm for you to apply for jobs within Europe. So these are the main things which I want to highlight in
And
my job
talking
search.
about talking about my experience, during my initial days when I was in masters, so I sign up for Grad Ireland event. So in Grad Ireland event, you will get every day an email notification like this particular company has this graduate role, because during our initial days I was targeting graduate role because at least we can have one graduate role in our hand, and later on we can apply for experience once we complete our masters, because mainly the experience role starts after you completing your masters, because experience will require immediate vacancy rather than having a 1 year vacancy, or you need to join immediately there. So during that time I was having means I sign up with Grad Island event, so I used to get every day, each and every day, a mail from different companies that their graduate roles are open. And after that I started building up my LinkedIn profile, like how LinkedIn profile should look like and how we need to have our profile build up, what needs to be written on our LinkedIn profile, and how we need to connect with the different professionals. So in that particular way, I built up my LinkedIn profile and I started searching jobs about my technology, because I was more focused into ServiceNow. So I started like ServiceNow engineer, or ServiceNow application support engineer, or ServiceNow consultant. So these were the keywords which I was used to have on LinkedIn profile. So during that time, there were many jobs which were been available in Ireland or outside Ireland, also in Europe also, or in India also. I was searching jobs in India also. It's not that I, after masters, I don't want to go to India, but I was searching everywhere the jobs related to service now. So in that way I got and then once I got a recruiter call that your profile has been shortlisted. So I used to have that what the job description says, whether it says that you need to have this much experience, or you need to have this experience in this particular domain. So I start preparing on that particular technology. I start revising what I have learned before and what I need to what recruiter is expecting from my side. So in that way I prepared my interview stages. It's not that during first interview you will crack your job. There may be lot many attempts, you can go wrong in one attempt also. So in that way I learn that where I am making a mistake, because here in Ireland it's not about all in technical, they are also require a cultural fit, because they want to fit you in their culture. So you need to have a cultural thing also, that how you need to address your professionally, or how you need to behave in professional manner, or in team workplace, or team environment, or whatever the cultures which they follow. So in that way I need to prepare it, because it's not about technical, you need to be fit with other thing also when you are applying for organization.
Sure. I think that's a good answer. I think everybody can take 2 second breaks and share your emojis, and so we can keep motivation of our speakers and the presenters also. We'll appreciate 2 minutes break or 2 seconds breaks. Anybody wants to have water, please take it. We are not at a stretch. We want to be helpful. If it's getting long, take your water break. Share, we like you share your emojis or something. So at least we are excited to take it ahead because 30 minutes, as per HR rounds, people say let's take break after 30 minutes. So now next to Pooja, carry on, Pooja. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was like, yeah, thank you, Amit. That was overall like how you went about the job searching. And then could you also like shed some light on how you went about with the technical interview, like how you prepared for it, for your stream?
Well, I think this is an interesting question, right? So technically, interviews you will never know everything what the recruiters are expecting, right? So again, as adding on to what Rahul mentioned, you might not crack the interview in the first interview itself. Job in the first, you might not crack the job in the first interview. So what you do is like once you're done with the interview, sit back and make notes of all the questions what they asked, and then what and all you answered, what and all you didn't answer. Though, and then another thing is like though you think you might have answered it right, you go check online and then verify is it right or not, because at times we think this is the right answer but that might not be the right answer. So keep doing that, and then you will make a question bank of the interview questions of your own, and then now you will be a master of such questions, and then you will have answers for all the questions. At least once you are in the position to answer 90% of the questions, so you will be able to crack the interview easily, and then it will be a piece of cake once you have all the questions. And then this goes for both the technical as well as the soft skills. That's what I want to say. Rahul, you can add.
Yeah. So, talking about the technical interview, I first looked at the job description once again, that what they are expecting from my side. It's not that I can learn each and everything in within within that particular week or within that particular interview week. I can't learn everything, and I can't expect everything from my side to give response to interviewer. So, based on the first interview, I note that as Siddesh told that we need to know that what questions they are expecting. Once we know that these questions they are expecting, we can make a note of that, and we can at least try in second attempt or in second interview we can try to make sure that these questions are well answers from my side. So in that preparations I was like, during starting days I was not related to one technology, like I will not be applying for service now only. I was open to software engineer role or software development role also. So very first basic round of software development role is like you need to write a code particularly in the Codility platform. So an interview will be sharing a Codility platform. You need to answer two particular code rounds, and you need to do within that 1 hour. So during that time I got to know that you need to be thorough with your algorithms, because in mainly software development roles everything is totally depend on algorithms. Once you know every each and every algorithm, so you can definitely crack that coding round, or definitely you can crack that Codility round, because it's not that simple that our interview will be asking you that how to find odd or even number through coding rounds. It's not that simple. They will ask you about the algorithms, and in that way I got to know. Then I started practicing the algorithm rounds in various free platform which are there in our Google, which is like Hacker Earth, Codility platform. It's also free. You can try as many programs you want, and they will give you insight that where you're making a mistake or where you should be more thorough with that. So in that particular way I got prepared for quality round. And in technical round I will just say, just look at your job description. If you have experience, just revise whatever you have learned, and just more focus with your experience. Try to merge your answers with your experience, because experience what makes a better person in terms of interview. Like if you relate that experience with your job experience, then definitely it will give you more genuine answers to the interviewer, rather than just faking it that you have this much experience.
Yeah, I think it is like the interview rounds that you are not able to crack through also prepare you for the
Yes, of
best
course.
interview. You get to know what to learn. So uh, we all need to experience that. And then if you could elaborate on how was the interview process for your current company, and how it was different from the other interviews, and how you were able to make it.
Um, Well, for the current interview, for the current company, there were not much rounds, but for the one which I had previously, so there were many rounds of interview. They were like practical. They used to give us a challenge, live challenge for developers. I've seen they'll ask them to do the live coding, and then they will ask them to build an application, a small application. They'll give you 5 or 6 days of time, and then you'll have to come up with a small application based on their requirement as well. And then you'll have to document that it's not just coding, and then your ideas should also be written. So for me it was the same thing. I had been challenged with multiple stuff or web application as well as the network security questions. How will you secure Azure storage blob, and what security restrictions will you be putting? These are sample questions. And then what cloud knowledge do you have? And then they might ask you questions on cryptography as well. Which cryptography, how should we be storing the data in the database? Like what is the best encryption or hashing methodology which can be used? So as you go, there are a lot of such questions. So in a nutshell, there'll be challenges. There'll be actual practical challenges which will be given to you.
Yeah, talking about myself, like I was involved in 3 interview rounds. Like the first was the technical round. The technical round, it's like they will ask you some live coding events. Like since ServiceNow is built up in JavaScript, so they will ask questions about JavaScript, and they will write you, like they will let you know that you need to write this particular in JavaScript language. So that was the one round which is like totally technical. And later on in the second round, your manager will be coming up with few questions like how you did this in your previous organization, and this is the situation, so how will you cope up with that situation in one particular environment. So that was the second round, which was manager round. And the third round was the HR round, which was totally regarding the cultural fit or soft skills, like how to cope up with the environment, like how you will work in the team environment, and what were the challenges you face when you are doing this particular thing, or you failed something, and how you cope up with that. So that was the third round. And the fourth round is very interesting. The fourth round is the salary discussion round. So that is particular interesting round. Like you can negotiate from A to B. And if you go to the fourth round, and definitely there must be something that HR is discussing salary with you, then definitely you are then on a higher priority list.
Yeah, adding on to the salary discussion part, for freshers, I would suggest, you just tell them that, like, what are your salary expectation? You don't give them a number. Just put on them,
Yes.
as per the company standards, because that number, if you might ask more or you might ask less. So you leave it to them, because it's all about cracking the job, right? Once you have first 6 months of Irish experience, then you will, come out flying colors. So you can crack any other interviews based on that Irish experience.
Great. So I'll add Pooja one question before that, so coming to this, as you are in two different domains, guys, right? Rahul, you are in there, and Sidesh, you are in security and cyber area. What do you think? What is the current market? How is this growing right now? People who are looking for job, should they get into these areas actively, or is it growing down, or is growing up? Quick, short answer. So we'll focus on your next journey, then college and university. So mostly I think that's the one question, and Pooja has one of more. So do you think your industry is growing where you are currently there, and what is your suggestion, guidance to the people who are looking jobs in your area?
Yeah, of course. Cyber market is booming. The supply is very, very minimal, and then the demand is so high. So anybody who wants to pick up a career in cyber, I would suggest, yes, go for it. This is great. In cyber also there is offensive and the defensive side. For the offensive side, companies will not give you opportunities for the freshers for the offensive side. But it's always good to start from the defensive side. There are areas like SOC, SIM, and then cloud security. So there's huge demand, I would say, not just in Ireland, all over Europe and all over the world. So cyber, I would say, go for it.
Yeah. So talking about on and whole, the IT industry is growing up quite rapidly in Ireland. At present, the opportunities are quite lot in Ireland. If you try hard, you can easily crack up a job in Ireland at present. Not about talking about the previous year or like previous year in 2020. But at present, the island is quite booming up in IT market. And talking about the ServiceNow is quite going good up. We have a ServiceNow headquarters here in Europe, also in Dublin also. So that's a good technology which, if anyone wants to learn, it's free of course. You can just go for servicenow.com and they will give you some demo instance. And in instance, you can prepare each and everything which interview can expect from you, that you knew this or you knew that. So that definitely ServiceNow is a good company to go for, and ServiceNow technology is good for. You just need to know a JavaScript skills. That's it, and you are very thorough with ServiceNow.
Okay, now Pooja, any questions we have? So should we start the question and Q&A section? Any thoughts?
I think like we can get to know like what about the contract roles when you were searching for the job? Then like was there any point that you thought that you could go for the
She will
contract
not
job?
leave you guys. She's after you. So we are here for practical approach. So did you consider the contracts role and all that? So what are your thoughts? I think that's a good question. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you are in the first year of the stamp 1G, I would say go for contract roles, because you have that experience and then you will have another 1 year to switch jobs as well. But if you are in the second year of your 1G and your contract job role will not let you stay in Ireland for next 1 year, so I would say initial 1 year to 18 months, yes, you can go for it. And I did accept contract roles. I mean, I was open for contract roles as well. So I would say go for it. Any job will be to start with. Any job is good, contract or permanent.
Initially, the contract role was like for 6 months or 1 year. So definitely, if you want to try a contract role, you can definitely go for that. But during contract role, they expect your salary rate, which is on per hour basis or per month basis. They don't expect you salary from a year basis. So definitely, you need to keep in mind that what per hour you can ask for or what per month you can ask for.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Sudesh.
Anything, Pooja, you want to add, or then I'll shoot some of the questions. We'll start with the quick.
Yeah, Amit, I'm done. You can
Sure.
start.
So I think Pooja is looking for opportunities as she has done for her thesis and she's into the next phase. So we thought to bring Pooja and put her points together comprehensively. So one thing about university and education. So these questions normally I ask everybody, as you are in two different domains. Does university ranking and matters a lot in terms of job searching for the recruiters and IT people, right? For example, you are in ranking third university and you are looking for a job in top 20 companies. Does it matter, or it's the your education, your experience, or how you sell your skill? What is your thoughts? Yeah,
I guess
Siddesh,
Siddesh
I
is
think.
on mute.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, it's
Sorry.
okay.
I was saying, like, it's a mixed feelings, right? I wouldn't. There is no right or wrong answer for this. For freshers to start with, I mean, recruiters do look at colleges like UCD, and then they come there for what do you say, placements. But they don't. They come only for such colleges, top 2 or 3. There are rest other colleges, right? That doesn't mean that people who study in the other colleges doesn't get placed. So if you have the right skill set, and then if you have 1:1 or 2:1, and then you're building alongside, you will have certifications. The college should not matter much. You will be able to crack a job easily.
Sure.
Yeah,
And Rahul, your
I will
thoughts?
say, yeah, I will say, no, the college doesn't matter a lot here in Ireland, because it totally depends on your expertise and skills which you are having. Because myself, after completing my masters, I believe that if even I can pursue my master from NCI or from DCU, that doesn't matter a lot, because during my interview doesn't ask me from which university you did your masters. That doesn't happen here. So it's just your skills and expertise, your certification, everything that matters a lot.
Great.
Masters is just entry into a job market. It doesn't matter whether you did from DBS or whether you did from UCD. That's my thought, because after completing masters from UCD, I thought that I can save a lot of money by doing from DBS.
Okay, and what are your thoughts on part-time? That's a good question. I think this will be concluding more from my side, or from the DIST stakeholder side. Do you think the part-time jobs helps master students or bachelor students to secure local, culture understanding, language understanding, how to present themselves? Does it help you in your job search? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I would say yes, it would definitely help you. I mean, if you're working in any store, you know how you'll be able to grasp the Irish accent, and then you will understand what the recruiters are talking to you. At times, a recruiter will call you, and you won't even know what they want, and what are they talking all about. So, part time will not play a major role in technical skills, but of course, the soft skills it will definitely help you.
Yeah,
Great.
like during our initial days, I was told by senior that do part-time jobs in your particular field only, like do part-time job in IT or not. But that's not true, because part-time job doesn't like give you some good amount. Like you can crack your full-time job. It's just that if you improve your soft skills, you know how Irish people speak or how Irish people are communicating with you. In that way you can like communicate with them or with recruiter easily, because you can grab their skills or grab their accent speaking, so that you can speak a little bit faster than Irish recruiter.
Great. And I think now question form is open. Anybody wants to unmute themselves, share their videos, and then Medvin will coordinate for the questions. And somebody wants to ask with video on, audio on, and feel free to take first lead. As we have a saying, grab the mouse first. So somebody want to ask, please open your video and speak up. You are ready to ask any question regarding the universities and what are our areas of discussion. I think,
Hi,
yeah, Priya, you can change the last Q&A so people are aware which are the areas of questions we can ask. Last one. Yeah, last. Yes. So related to job courses and Ireland industry in particular, these two people are there. Yes, please speak up. If you're opening your videos, I can't see the video. So what's your name, please?
hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are
Yes.
very much audible, and
Okay,
yes,
that's
welcome.
great. That's great. I am Archit, and I am a 2021 batch student. I'm nearly about to graduate with, and I mean, presently I was applying for jobs and also got a referral. And with that referral, I am having a doubt that what's the difference between asking someone to refer, to ask the manager if there is a vacancy and just give my resume personally to them, or some many MNCs have that referral link portal which I employ Amazon, like the Amazon employees sent me a referral link. So is there any difference in going through both of them, or they are considered equally for an opportunity?
Like talking about the reference thing, I will particularly think about that the reference has a lot higher priority as compared to the normal applicants, because in reference, the recruiters know that he's from a confirmed source, like he's getting refer from the ex-employee or from the current employee. So that's how the reference work. So if suppose there is a reference candidate who is applying for one particular job, and there is a normal candidate who's applying for one particular job, so definitely recruiter will give a more priority to the reference one. Because why? Because he's getting referred from the current employee of the organization.
So, if I'm asking someone for a reference, what exactly should I ask? That can you
It's
send my resume to the employer? Something
no,
like
it's
that.
not like that. You can ask directly that can you send the resume to the HR or something like that. If you're asking for the reference, just ask them, this is my profile, I'm interested for this particular role, can you refer me for this particular role? That's it. And once they
But
refer it, you will definitely get an email. Yeah,
open
yeah.
your video because we can't see you. See, first of all
Um,
thing, when we are asking for reference, we have to show our face, who I am. I'm might be, not able to see. Anybody can see Archit? No.
Can see.
oh,
Great.
okay. I think my camera is on. It's not on.
Okay, sure.
I guess
No problem.
he's visible.
Is
Okay,
visible.
great.
Only half of him is visible.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Uh, look good.
Yeah, okay. That was a great answer. That answered all
Yeah,
my questions.
I think I will ask everybody some feedback in terms of emojis. So include our motivation to take ahead Q&A. Let's share your feedbacks and emojis. And I'll ask Shashank also to take this opportunity, but he wants to ask any questions on any feedback and give a small introduction also. So,
Okay. So good afternoon, all. First of all, very well event, I must say. that this is probably the first of its kind, because what we used to do was like more about politics, protest, events, but this is actually collective growth, sharing information on how you developed yourselves as individuals in the Republic is very important. And the e-referral portal that DISC runs is crucial for this collective growth. And I want all of you, whether you're looking for a job or you are already employed, to register with this e-referral portal, because it will help you and others in life. Secondly, what I do want to say is that, as the two gentlemen here mentioned about the coding skills and क्या था? Hacker Earth and codability and things like that. Look, with all due respect, I've never had a job in my life. Okay, so there's not a chance I can help you in that direction. But what I would like from you guys is that if you could kindly help with the same kind of mindset and knowledge, perhaps also communicate with the very young audience who are probably Irish born. Okay, so like, we can do like, there's a thing called Coder Dojo, so you guys can actually help with that sector as well, and you can really integrate, and their parents may be employed somewhere, right? They will see you teaching their kid coding. They're like, okay, this guy is good, I want him working in my firm. So let's work together. Let's also think about the upcoming generation, and that we can connect with the existing generation, and you guys can grow in the middle. So that is something that we can really work on. But I just want to say fair play to all the individuals who started off with a WhatsApp group, because that is how Indian Youth Ireland started as well. Facebook group, that's it. It's about bringing people together online. And what DISC has done is something 10 times better than what Indian Youth Ireland has achieved. And this is wonderful, and I'm very happy to support this initiative. So go ahead, more power to you, and empower to all of you. Go for it.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Shashank. And I think, Medwin, if you can coordinate for the top questions, what are the top questions? If you can speak up, or somebody wants to open their video and ask quickly, so we'll speed up because it's going to be around 1 hour. I know, but we want to make it productive and actual and real. So that's the intent. So anybody wants to speak up, open their videos, please ask question. If it is a silly question, don't worry about it. Small question, big question, open it up.
Hello.
Anyone?
Can
Hi,
you hear?
Purvi.
Hi,
Hear
everyone.
you.
My name is Purvi, and I'm currently studying MSc Information Systems at UCD. So I'm a fresher, and I wanted to ask how I can get into product management. Like, what all jobs should I look at? Because this is a managerial role, and I wanted to see how I can, just start in that field.
Product
Okay.
management, Amit, it's your area.
So I'll take liberty on this. Currently, I work with a conglomerate called EPAM. So I'm a product manager for digital for EMEA region. So to give a background about myself, so pretty much you can get into product management, and I'm excited to take that. Some seminars going the couple of months. But in product management, you need to have a little bit of technical background. You need to have a framework of understanding how the product management work. You need to have a lot of soft skills, right? And what DISC is helping to build your soft skills in terms of volunteering. So these all areas of technical, business, soft skills, UI, UX makes you product manager, because product manager is not only talking to the company clients, they are talking to the developers, they are talking to the coders, they are talking to the AI guys, they are talking to the new breed of engineers who are still on the pipeline. So they need to pretty much know length and breadth of the software development or the industry. So start focusing on one industry. That is first tip to you, quick tips. I don't want to take too much time. Start focusing on the industry, for example, retail and e-commerce. Start to see what are the key technologies. And third, take some certifications from LinkedIn Learning. Start your premium account. 1 month is free, and that's the journey. And we'll do that follow-up events. You are most welcome to ask further questions. Yes. Next questions, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are welcome. Don't worry. We'll do a detailed one. Thanks for that.
Hi, this is Nikhil. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
Nikhil.
can hear you. Yeah, Nikhil. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I'm a master's postgraduate student at DCU. I'm studying MSc in data analytics. I start Monday actually. I'm going to graduate next year, and I come from India. I have 7+ years of experience in Oracle application as an Oracle application developer. And I was wondering when applying for a job market next year. Should I stick to the lane that I have 7+ years of experience, which is as a Oracle SQL, PL SQL developer, or should I also apply for jobs in which I have just finished my postgraduate, that is data analytics, or should I keep an open mind and apply for both of them?
Yeah, talking about your experience, you already have like more than 7 years of experience. So I don't think you will get any difficulty in finding a job related to PLSQL or Oracle SQL jobs. So definitely you can crack that job easily because you have more than 7+ of years of experience. Talking about your question regarding if you need to get open with other roles like data analytics, talking about data analytics, definitely your data analytics required experienced person because there are like plenty of data analytics students who are graduating every year from NCI, from DCU, from UCD. So if you have particular experience in data analytics, you can also apply for data analytics roles. So it's not about like just Oracle or SQL, but for as per your experience and as per your domain knowledge, I will say you can go for Oracle SQL only. Why to change line after 7 years?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So I think Medvin, any questions in the chat we want to bring it up, or so should we wind up with some thanks and participation? What is your feedback? Medvin, can you open your speaker and can you speak?
Yeah, so most of the chat questions we have covered. I think one was
Great.
the which university we should cover, like any ideas about which college or university which we suggest. But I think Rahul or Sudesh both answered for that one. Like we can, it's not much into universities which we focus
Okay.
mostly. They what was the recruiters mostly focus on your skills and experience there. So
Sure. So I
there was
think
another one.
very
Yeah.
good then. Anybody last question, and then we'll wind up. And I would like to personally thanks everybody from the Dublin Indian Student community, volunteers, stakeholders who are taking their time to organize these presentations, chat sessions, how we coordinate, put a professional way, and connecting with other guest speakers. Me also, I'm trying to connect with a lot of guest speakers and other people. So I would like to first, thanks my internal audience and internal customers, I will say, to be very shrewd to it. And then thanks to our guest speakers who are there to make their real insights, not giving, false answers, something which they have experienced themselves in their journey. They want to build up their career, not just a job search sort of. And we, want to give a very good luck to everybody and invite everybody on the links. I think Medvin or Ankit is sharing in the chat. Please give your feedback before leaving. We appreciate your feedback very much. We can take 2 minutes for that time because without feedbacks, no product, no company can grow or no initiative. And secondly, our guests are, who are today participants, and I think somebody have left because they found it too much or something, but they got their answer. We are very thankful to them. And I think around 40 or something, how much?
43.
Yeah, around 43 were there. And we want to be focused. We don't want to be a Janta Bazaar. I'm putting some Hindi words there. Like, Dell, we want to be specific how I can, succeed in my cybersecurity area and how I can succeed in like Rahul area. So I'm not aware of all technical areas, but we are trying to bring new areas like digital project management, right? And we'll be bringing other areas and other speakers who are experienced, who are from Ireland. They have done the same journey which you have done. And we will be delighted to have you on the next events also. And thanks everybody. And I think should I close the event before that, I'll give time you guys to see your chat, open that feedback. And Medvin is sharing some of the links of our LinkedIn community where we are having more than 200 recruiters from Ireland. They are all Irish, and companies like TikTok, Amazon, all recruiters and technical guys are following the community. If you share your profile, I liked very much Siddhan comments and Rahul feedback. You have to skill selling, approach on active on LinkedIn. So I really appreciate. Please see the comments right now. Pooja, everybody is sharing the links to LinkedIn first of all, where we do all our professional activity in terms of our 10 companies which are on our e-reference portal. anybody who is a member of DISC can ask for any job for e-reference there. We have a process there on our blog. Second part, we have a Facebook group where we do a lot of chit chats about visa, home and stuff that. So we are trying to segment it. And third, we have a WhatsApp group and blogs. We appreciate everybody to share in their network, use it, and we genuinely interested in helping people and taking it leverage and helping others. So it's a community event. It's not just a marketing funda. Because I have also came in from, I just the background same, coming to Ireland, studying and getting jobs. Everybody is welcome, and we here. Ajay is here. He wants to thank Ankit. Come please. And we want to three collectively get together today to and another team. And thanks a lot. And we love to applause for everybody, for a guest speaker, for everybody, because together we can stand and together we can make it. Thanks everybody. Jai Hind, namaskar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye
Thanks,
bye.
guys. Bye-bye.
Take your time, do a feedback, and have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.